Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024 and your January leader call. Thanks for being on with us tonight. Melissa's going to kick us off with a couple things before we move into promotions. Do you want to talk about stuff now? No?
Yeah, I gotta, it's gonna like go all in and around. So I'm gonna start off by just saying congratulations to the enrollers for last month. We had people kind of on an enrolling roll. And so I wanted to do a shout out to Deb Patchell, Laura Hadamio, and to Amy Bumitz for each enrolling somebody. And Allie P, congratulations on enrolling Dos.
her very first.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes. Right
So
now?
I would say it's like super hot out in Vegas. LEP is on fire. Congratulations to those of you who shared with somebody and are making a difference in people's lives.
She doesn't actually live in Vegas, but we'll roll with it.
Oh, but right near there.
Henderson, Nevada. It's pretty close. It is hot there. So it's all good. It's all in the clear.
It's all like closer to Vegas than I am. That is for now what I have, and then I'll go back to the Healthy 100 promo later. Okay, aim after the other ones.
Perfect. Laura Whip, would you tackle the product of the month for us, please?
Yeah, I'm super excited that it is MetaPower oil blend, the metabolic oil blend this month, and you get a 5 milliliter bottle when you order 125 PV by the 15th of the month. And MetaPower was introduced about a little over a year ago at convention, and it's part of that whole MetaPower system. So if you haven't tried it, this is a really great month for you to try it or for your customers to try it and get it free. It is a proprietary balance or blend of grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark. And I think the taste is really good. It's kind of an upgraded remake of the Slim and Sassy. And a lot of people maybe did care for Slim and Sassy or didn't care for the flavor of it. I was kind of in that camp, but when I tried MetaPower, I really, really love the flavor of it. And so what does it do for us? Well, it might target and reduce adipose fat cells when ingested. So that means when you take it internally. But they're continuing to do research on that. One of the primary components of some of those oils is limonene, which is a component in MetaPower, and it might support a healthy metabolism when ingested. So again, take it internally. One good way to do that is the recommended number of drops is 4 drops in a glass of water. You might want to start with a little less than that. If you're new to MetaPower, you could start with just 1 drop and work your way up. But I really love the MetaPower system, and it's been helping me. One other side benefit, I think, to the MetaPower is that because it has peppermint in it, it might help decrease your appetite and cravings, and also enhance your exercise routine. So a little bit easier breathing and a little more energy. It's got a taste and an aroma of some citrus, some a little bit spicy from the cinnamon, and certainly minty from the peppermint. So it can really be uplifting to your mood. And if you diffuse it, uplifting to everyone in the room or in the car, because I diffuse it in the car on the way to my workout in the morning.
Thanks, Laura Whip. Thank you for those tips. Jerry is tackling ginger because it's 10% off this month.
Okay. Well, as you heard, ginger is in the MetaPower for good reasons. So ginger has it's hot, spicy, earthy, and sweet, and it's the world's most widely cultivated spice. I didn't know this. And people have been enjoying it for over 5,000 years. And doTERRA has such a pure, the pure ginger oil. So it's a relative of cardamom and turmeric, and it's native to Southeast Asia, where it's used as a digestive tonic, and it's a featured ingredient, as we know, in curries, soups, and stir fries. So traditional Chinese health practices suggest that ginger, for its warming and stimulating effects, while Ayurvedic practices focus on ginger's digestive benefits, which I think most of us have tried it for that at one time or another. And in ancient Greece, people ate thin slices of ginger wrapped in bread to aid digestion. And in Europe, this idea evolved into gingerbread. Didn't know that either. So it's what they did is they grated the rhizome in it. So that's, that's what we think of fresh ginger, what it looks like. And the primary constituent of ginger is zingiberine. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a sesquiterpene, which has been researched for its ability to reduce bloating. And doTERRA harvests it from Madagascar. It also has antioxidant properties, and it's one of the best natural remedies to help reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. There have been, as of 2017, over 177 published studies on the benefits of ginger, and it has lots of health benefits, some of which I just mentioned. But some additional ones are in weight loss. So it's in that MetaPower blend. It can reduce pain and inflammation and swelling in joints because of its antioxidant properties, morning sickness, and it can increase your libido, similar to ylang ylang. And then the spiritual and emotional benefits of ginger is known as the oil of empowerment. So you use it when you would like to feel more empowered, responsible, capable, purposeful, accountable, and unshakable. I think this is a good oil to start 2024 with, don't you? And that benefit you really get when you diffuse it. So its companion oils are cassia, fennel, blue tansy, motivate, passion, spearmint, star anise, and turmeric. So for the internal benefits, you'd want to put 1 to 2 drops in a veggie capsule, or you could do like I tried one of the recipes, and I'm going to give it to you in a minute. So you can add it to, your tea or beverage, like I have it in my coconut milk. You could apply it topically, diluted, of course, in a carrier oil of your choice. Usually it's fractionated coconut oil, and then apply it where you want that benefit. And aromatically, we would use it for its emotional benefits. So there are some great blends here, but I was diffusing right now, and I was diffusing it this morning, and it's Tahiti, and it's 3 drops of ginger, 2 drops of wild orange, and 2 drops of ylang ylang. Let's see what else. And then if you want it for some of the emotional benefits, you could, full of purpose would be 2 drops of ginger, 2 drops of copaiba, and 2 drops of chamomile. Some recipes, I just made this evening, and it's a cup of coconut milk, 1 cup of water, a tablespoon of honey, a tablespoon of butter or ghee, and 1 drop of turmeric and 1 drop of ginger. And you get all this, a 15 ml bottle, on sale this month for $45. Great deal. I figured out it's 18 cents a drop if you figure 250 drops. So that's what I know.
Unbelievable. Also, that Tahiti diffuser blend sounds a lot like a libido blend to me, but
Yeah.
it does sound like it would smell really good.
February. Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Jerry. And ginger, is that in the turmeric steamer recipe, Mom? I like the one that Terry shared. Yeah, turmeric and ginger sounds yummy together. Okay, Mom, did I ask you to talk about the bubble diffuser with the Healthy 100, or did I just write that down?
No, you asked me to talk about Healthy 100, so shall I roll?
Yeah, just really quickly, 150 PV enrollments are getting bubble diffusers.
Well, that's part of this promo
Okay,
thing.
we just wanted to like really drive that point home. Drive it home. Go on.
Okay, so they're doing the usual Healthy 100 promo that they've done the last few years, but it's got some new and exciting tweaks to make it like all that much more. So just basically, just so you remember, the January promo is initial order of 100 PV or more, they qualify for Healthy 100. And then in February, your enrollments would have to place an order of at least 100 PV. And then in March, they would receive 100 free product points. But now doTERRA has layered all these things on top of it. So in January, it doesn't only have to be new customers. It could be some of your people reactivating. So if you have somebody that has not ordered in more than 12 months and you reach out to them and they place an order in the month of January, they qualify for that. And you actually will get the fast start bonus that you would get for that LRP order that you would normally not get for a quote unquote new enrollment. One of the other things, if you want to know more about like reactivation, I've been studying that. Reach out to me. I can help you know all the ins and outs of that if you need me to help you with that. So if a new and a reactivating person places an order in January and it's 150 PV or more, they get a bubble diffuser instead of a Pebble, unless they're in Canada and they're going to get the Pebble. So that's something to know. And also I think those were the main things. If your person is reactivating and they just want to keep the same enroller and sponsor, or you want them to keep those same two people, they can just go in and place and set up an LRP order and place it. Okay. If they want to move, you're going to have to go through placements or member services. And again, reach out to me or Amy if you need help with that. Okay.
Melissa, super good tips. Thank you for that. And you could talk with one of us. My mom is probably even better, not probably, is better at it than I am about running the report in your back office to figure out who is past the 12-month mark. So you know who you're reaching out to.
Yeah. And just to not to muddy the water a little bit, but some people used to fall off if it had been longer than 12 months. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to me and I can use my account manager to run a special report for you if you would like me to have that done. Okay, so basically keep in touch with me.
Let's just bypass the work and make our account managers do it. I like it. Nice. Okay, Melissa, did you want to touch briefly on leadership?
Yep, so leadership is coming up. It's going to be in Nashville, February 28th to March 2nd. Tickets are still available. It's at the Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center, which if you have not been there, it's just a really special and fun and great place to go. The room rates are $200 less than normal. It's crazy. The qualifications, like they're trying to make it as easy as they can for people to get there. They really, really want people to come. And so if you're silver and above, one time between January and February last year to this year, you're in. But if you've been elite or premier, you just had to reach it one time between September 23 and February 24. So that's 18 months. And personally enroll 3 new members with at least 100 PV. It doesn't have to happen in the same month. So if you've enrolled in that period, the 3 people, I think it's in that period. I would have to double check that. But what I wanted to point out to you is that my account manager has been talking to me about Silver Club, and I have been like, I've not been listening. I have to confess my sin, but she wants me to bring it back to all of you because they are really trying to help people get to leadership. So if you are interested in knowing more about Silver Club, I'm going to put the link in the
I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, good. See you. Bye.
Right. Okay. Who knows when the MetaPower recharge new date has, what does it move to? It's not January anymore. Who knows?
February.
Yeah, February 1st, but I feel like to me that's February. I don't mean that unkindly. I just mean like realistically. I'm sure there's a lot to pull off. So just a note on that launch. And then something else that I wanted to show you that, and this just depends, is like if it meets a need for you, great. If it doesn't, don't sweat it. But I'm going to share my screen and show you, and some of you might already know about this, but I think it's worth showing these newsletters that are in the digital marketing kit, because they're really nice. And if nothing else, you know, I know like Laura Whipperman talked about, she like snail mail loved her people towards the end of 2023. And she shared how she did that on that one of those team calls. And this is just a good way, whether you're emailing this out, or I mean, I don't know if you would want to take the time to print it. It depends on how many people you're working with, but they're really nice. They're really well done. And they're in the digital marketing kit for us. So I just kind of wanted to highlight those. that those are happening, and I think they're really nice. The next thing I wanted to make sure we talked about was actually, yes, Silver Club. So whatever, who here is somewhat familiar with like what Diamond Club used to be? A little bit. Yeah. So it's very different. It's like a total remake. So like take what you knew and like kindly throw it out the window. And let's revisit what this is like now. So basically, you're looking at the people who can apply for Silver Club. You would be an executive to Silver. Okay. And like the qualification month is now, it's January. So you would want to be somewhere in that rank, executive to Silver in January. You're going to personally enroll 2 new members with 100 PV orders, and you need a mentor from your direct upline that's Silver or higher to support and assist you. And then as far as like once you're in it, it's not like crazy intense. It's like you have a class a month, which could be a one-on-one or online or in person. And is it like you need like 5 team enrollments?
Team enrollments, like
team
they don't all have anybody in your downline.
Yep. And I think 1 personally.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Just want to clarify that that getting the 2 enrollments needed to be done by New Year's Eve. But I did talk to some people and I asked if we could have some exceptions, and they said they will work with us.
I think it's worth keeping it on your radar that this has been totally revamped, and I'm appreciative of the ways that they've like redone it. And remember that like a point is a point is a point in doTERRA. So if you're like earning points in Silver Club, you're earning points towards the incentive trip. You're earning founder points. A point is a point is a point. And so everything is overlapping like that, and I appreciate that. So yeah, ask more questions if you have it. We're here for you on that. Empowered Success call for January is the 8th. So this coming Monday. And the 3 speakers are Justin Harrison, Ruth Goff, and Matt Hall. And they're focusing on, it's called Kickstart Your Year with Essential Strategies. So they're going to be working on that, and I will put the link to register in the chat box. Remember that when you're on live, they do that really great like roundtable discussion that you can hop in at the end. Who knows what our January call is for our own Fierce Oiler community? You guys. Oh, what was it?
The 16th.
Oh, it's on the 15th. You were very close. So I will give it to you 1 day off. And it's most requested protocols. So the sign up sheet looks a little different. I'm going to put it in the chat box. Some of you got called out, so you might want to check out who I put and how I put you on the spreadsheet. Just in like things that I think you would be good at, or things that I feel like people ask you for or talk about often. That's all. So only you kind of know what people ask you for. Like I would imagine like Jerry's breathing. What are you laughing at?
Because I saw what you called me out for is colonoscopy. I just saw that.
Yeah. See, careful. Like Jerry, I think people are really curious about like usually asking about like your homemade like dental recipes you're making, or you have a recipe you made for your dog that was like, I remember, yeah, see what I mean? Like, so those are the kinds of things I want you to be thinking about. Like these are, so I can't put those in the sign up sheet. You would have to, but I'm excited to see how it all comes together. So that's the vision, that you would be sharing some of those protocols in that way. I hope that makes sense. So that is the 15th at 8. Do we have anything else, Melissa? Anything I missed?
Yeah, I do have a few things. I just wanted to say, I actually, when we have those 200 PV promos or like a promo that's really cool, I want to encourage you to keep in touch with your people. I had a busy December. I didn't look at it very much, but on like the 30th, I went back and I looked to see who had a PV that was just shy of 200. And I reached out to 2 people and they both placed a second order and chatted in and got their free frankincense, and we're effusively grateful. So just remember to keep in touch and watch those numbers. People, I thought that, I just was like, there's no pressure, but I would hate to see you miss out on a $78 free bottle of oil. And they were like, heck yeah, we want that. So I wanted to point that out to you. I also have had a few conversations with people in our organization that are sharing oils, but not like really interested in significantly building a business. But we've been able to kind of like determine some goals they want. And I would love if you want to just say, this is like a goal that I have with doTERRA. Can you help me reach it? I would be more than happy to do a call with you and help you figure that out. So reach out to me if I can help you with that. And Amy, Miranda and I wanted to talk very quickly to just share what we're doing as Northwoods leaders. Is that okay? Is it okay to roll through that? Okay, so Miranda just really got inspired when Lindsay King shared a few months ago about the experience she had at a California Reclaim Your Health event, which was the post-convention events that doTERRA is still having. If you look in your account, they are still doing them through January, and there might be one near you. So I'd encourage you to look at that listing. But Miranda really wanted to do that. So a bunch of us Northwoods leaders have gotten together, and we're actually going to do some 3 in-person events, one in January, one in February, and one in March. And we're doing it in areas of towns like one in Three Lakes, one in Eagle River, and one in St. Germain. And we partnered up with people, and we're keeping it simple, but we took 4 of the bars of the pyramid of the wellness pyramid, and we're going to do like nutrition and digestion, movement and metabolism at one. We'll have some things to sample. We'll have maybe something they can take home, maybe a handout, keeping it really simple. And then in February, it's going to be about reducing toxicity up in Eagle River. And in March, it's going to be in St. Germain, rest and manage stress. So we're just really excited to open the door just a little bit, to bring back just a little in-person thing and invite people into wherever we are, whether it's a home or a library or something. And we're excited. We'll keep you posted on how that all goes.
Thanks, Em. Okay, Miranda, we're ready for you.
Okay, that was awesome, Melissa. Thank you. And then you're gonna post in Fierce Oilers, right, Melissa? Like the dates or that cool.
Oh, yes, I am
At some point.
tardy, but that should
No,
have gone.
that's okay.
It's got to go up.
Yeah, totally. Whenever it does, then we'll be able to see
I'm
it.
busy prepping for the colonoscopy talk I have to give.
That's awesome. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm super excited to share a little bit and just kind of pull on your thinker for a little bit, but it's January 2024. It's a big year. This is a good year. I feel like a lot of us are done with 2023. I mean, I am done with 2023, and 2024 has a lot of open doors. Like if you believe in any of the spiritual stuff, the Hebrew calendar is like basically the year of the open door. So take that home for whoever wants to do that, take that to the bank. But a couple questions now. I've asked the questions before that I'm going to ask, but I feel like anytime we do a fresh start with a new year, new quarter, whatever, it's really important. One word that comes to mind is like a life audit, where you take a step back or you journal or do whatever. You take a step back and look at areas of your life, whatever, of what are you going to let go of? What are you going to hold on to or improve on, right? So what are you going to let go of, or what are you going to stop doing? You can word it anyway, but this month it came to me as like, what are you going to let go of? So what am I letting go of? Really, any negative thoughts towards myself, for example. And really, because I've noted that's a life audit, that's a mental audit, like taking a step back and looking at your life and looking at like thinking, speaking, acting, and because thoughts affect actions, affect like beliefs, thoughts, actions, right? It's all together. And really the fruit I'm bearing is kind of like a show, and it shows what I've been thinking about myself or what I'm thinking, especially even just projecting like on my kids or husband or myself. Okay, so what are you letting go of, and what are you going to improve on, or what are you going to hold on to? I like the improve on because in a sec we're going to shift to challenging your brain. This can be, again, any type of the year, but January, this just comes up, right? Fresh new start, fresh new year, turning the page. I do encourage you to challenge your brain. So did I finish with what are you going to improve on? What are you going to improve on? So I'm going to actually shift now. So I want you to put a challenge on your brain. Okay. What does this mean? What's something new you're going to want to learn, or what have you been looking at or have your eye on? I don't care. Yeah. Knitting. I don't even know what the other, crocheting, piano, a different language. Dr. Daniel Amen is amazing, by the way. I love Dr. Daniel Amen. I've heard of him for years, and now he's coming out like super popular. He studied several 100,000 brain scans. And one thing he says, he tells his patients to do is to basically tell your brain what you're going to think or what you're going to do. You tell your brain. I'm not a brain surgeon or whatever, and what he does. So I'm just going to say to challenge your brain. One other thing he says is to challenge it. So learn a new, I mean, I gave you some ideas. Look at your life or look at your schedule or look at whatever and what areas that you have time for. Of course, we always talk about self-care, but also what are you going to challenge your brain with? We do always want to keep our brains firing, the synapses, right? And there is neuroplasticity. You can look it up if neuroplasticity, look it up if you don't know what it is. Basically, the brain does have the ability to adapt change as you change, you know? Side note, I feel a tug to share, like, if there's negative behavioral patterns or negative thoughts, it's important to starve those trees, like starve those thoughts. And it does actually starve them. And then you can create new pathways. And as we learn new things, it does create like really new roads in our brain. It really helps. So challenge your brain. What's something new you're going to want to learn? Lastly, challenge your feelings. Basically get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's super important not to basically fall asleep. Not to fall asleep right now in the world that we're being challenged with. I don't watch the news. I refuse to, but I do read the paper once in a while because my uncle drops it off every Tuesday. So I read that stinking paper once in a while because I don't want to waste money. But when it comes to not letting what's going on in the world affect us, because we do live, we create our reality, we create our world, we co-create with the Father. Challenge your feelings. One call I was on yesterday, I think, if that was New Year's, right? It's a second. So it was basically some people don't reach the level. And this isn't just Leader in doTERRA. This isn't just this many enrollments in doTERRA. This is just certain experiences we don't allow ourselves to have because we don't want to have those feelings. And our brain like wants to keep us safe. It was a cool, it was neat for me to hear that because sometimes we sit back and wonder, well, why is she so successful or whatever? It doesn't mean compare and despair. I mean, people that inspire us, well, why didn't I reach my goals or whatever? Take from this what you want for you, but it's because we don't want to experience what we think we're going to experience. Then our brain's like, we're going to keep you safe. We're going to keep you in the comfort zone. What I'm saying is it really spoke to me. And I was like, dude, that's totally true. It just spoke to me on so many levels that we'll hold ourselves back and fall short because we don't want to either past trauma. You know, I just feel like a life audit, if that's the word you want to use, I don't know, another word like a life, you know, looking at your life to be like, what do I want to improve on, change, learn? Well, I think will be really helpful for this year, making it the best year yet. But also, again, Dr. Daniel Amen says the most powerful thing you can do is tell your brain what to do. And I will say, even tell your feelings. It's okay. Okay, I'm the queen of feeling your feelings. Okay, process your feelings, explore those things, but not allowing them to keep you safe in that way, meaning in your comfort zone, and not allowing them to not let be in control of you. So that's all I have. I hope you have a take home from that and whatever. If you have any questions, of course, reach out if you want me to go deeper in anything. But I think that's enough to chew on for now. Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Mer. And if you're not signed, I don't know how you sign up for your emails, but I like your emails. So also reach out to Mer if you want to get those because I think they're good and they're thought provoking. Okay. We can stay on for questions if people have them or if people want to share something. 8:30. Look at us, new year, new you. Also, I am going to stay on for Project Broadcast. And what I'm thinking about that is that what I would like to stay true to is anyone who wants to stay on can. I'm for sure signing off by 9 and I'm not coming with anything prepared. The goal is that we would like decide like who, take some time to create what we want to create or whatever, and then share the codes and schedule it out. It would be like I'm using Miranda's word, co-creating. It would be collaborating on that. So that's what I was thinking for that. So I'll be quiet now in case anybody has any questions. If you want to hop off, go for it. And if you want to stay on for Project Broadcast, just let me know. Bye, Mer.
Sorry, sweet friends. My children were watching a show and I wanted to be there and sit with them, but I didn't want to listen to them and I wanted to listen to you. So I'm sorry that my face was not shown tonight.
I like your picture.
We're glad you were here, Susan.
Mhm.
I'm here. I'm here. And I'm gonna hop off too because there's nothing.
Okay.
But thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Hugs
Thanks,
and
Susan.
love to
Talk
you.
soon.
Bye,
Bye.
Susan.
Bye.